Well, hello, hello, hello. How is everyone doing today? It's a bright sunny day outside. Hopefully it is for your ad as well. Panhandle of Texas is alive and well and ready for Christmas. So, um, how just I'm gonna do a quick roll call here. I'm Sherry.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions? What is your role for today?
My role for today is observer, as far as I understand it.
Perfect. Perfect. Miss Christine.
Hi, everybody. I'm Christine. I live in Grand Junction, Colorado, and I am part of the personal part of the impact department.
Hey, Miss Yvonne, you are our leader today, correct?
Yes, I am. I'm the global leader running the main part of the meeting today.
Perfect. Well, we had a fantastic meeting last week. Hopefully you were able to join for the audience members. Yorona did an amazing talk on how to expect for or what to how to expect the unexpected. Words matter. I'll get them out. So I know that Miss Tammy is going to be our speaker today, and I'm super excited to hear what she has in store because I always love what she has to say. It's always very meaningful. Um, Yvonne, real quick, do you have your script up and ready to go, correct?
Yes, and I have incorporated her introduction, her bio, her title, and everything for Tammy to take over to present. So,
Okay, so real quick, why don't you go through the script and just give us a head, I mean, just kind of go through everything so that I know that you're comfortable. Let's just prep a little bit so I know you're comfortable and kind of get all the little jitters out.
right after the welcome, I did have a question. Like, the next 2 weeks is holidays, and then we're coming back the first week of the cycle for connections. Is there any other announcements I should be including that anyone wants added?
Probably just our next impact meeting.
And
Just so they
that's
know when to come
Okay.
back to this one.
and that will be week 2, correct? On January 14th. Okay, okay. That's what I just wanted. I was looking at that earlier today, so I just wanted to make sure it is on January 14th. And that will be Miss Christine's. So as the personal leader. Yeah, she's over there grinning. So Yvonne, would you like to run through the script real quick?
Yeah, 1 second, I'm updating it.
Okay. I I like to do that just because for me it gets all the little jitters out, and you kind of get your words underneath you and it just helps me frame for the meeting.
Yep. Yeah, so I just added that Christine will be leading our next impact meeting as if it was actually happening. Um,
Perfect.
so welcome to our global meeting. Welcome the global or people for people global community global impact department. And I had this all down a minute ago.
See, that's why
Welcome to
we're
our
doing
global
this.
meeting for our People for People Impact Department community. I'm Yvonne Welland, your global leader. Before we begin, I have a few announcements to share. There's no meetings for the next 2 weeks as we are on holiday break. And we will see you back week 1 for your connections community meeting. And then week 2 is our next impact department meeting. For our department, Christine will be leading that meeting. For our personal development meeting. This meeting is designed here to inspire simple, meaningful actions that, when multiplied, create a powerful, positive impact. Together, we'll explore ways to support causes, serve others, and demonstrate how small efforts add up to the lasting changes. It is my pleasure to welcome Tammy Castillo, our executive director or executive officer with People for People and owner of TRC Coaching Talk. Today, through her presentation of everyday extraordinary moments, Tammy is going to be inviting us to slow down and notice how the small acts of kindness happening all around us is making a difference and how we can be a part of this. So, Tammy, thank you for joining us today. The floor is yours. And then she will talk and come back. So, thank you again, Tammy, and thank you to everyone who contributed to today's conversation. Before we go, take a moment and think about what we've done today and the activity that we just did, and decide in the next, put something on your calendar so in the next few days you can actually reach out and do a couple more reach outs and thank yous to people. And I forgot what the other thing, I had it down a minute ago. That simple step keeps the momentum going and extends the impact beyond this meeting. So again, just a reminder, we are taking a break next week. Join us on January 14th for our personal development meeting. Before we go, take a moment. Remember, when we each do something small, together we create extraordinary change. See you next time.
Perfect.
And Paris,
So
what
were
was
you
that
able-
other thing?
Were you able to get the global presenter guide to Tammy? So that's
No.
so in the handbook there is the global presenter guide. I know she has it, but
Yeah,
future.
so that's why I didn't send it. It was Tammy, I guess.
Okay. Yes, probably so. But just for future reference, so that we know that we do have the guide to send to our next speaker. So you're doing great.
Yes.
That was fantastic.
Awesome.
See, it just kind of gets it all out. So
Yes.
okay, so moving on real quick. January 14th, are there going to be any conflicts with any of you leaders that we will need to fill in that you're aware of today? Anyway, Miss Christine.
I have a potential conflict. I will try not to make it one, but I had to cancel my surgery from for this month,
Correct.
and I will be having it as soon as possible. But I haven't got my insurance cards yet, so I can't make a new appointment, and I will have to take the first one available. So I will let you know as soon as I know whether I have a conflict.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for that. Anyone else? Christine, Yvonne? Any potential
I'm all good.
conflicts? I know
Thank
you're Christine has somebody behind her, so yeah, any potential conflicts on January 14th is what I'm asking for. Okay, and so you will be the leader for that week, Christine. Just let us
Yes.
know if you need if you need any help, any resources. I know that the handbook was just updated. It gets updated all the time, so be sure to check it.
Awesome. I'll look it up. Thank you.
Okay, and then be sure to send over the presenter guide accordingly. Okay. Anything else?
Gemma, I have an observation. I
Yes,
knew that
please.
if I left my impact handbook open, I would have to refresh to make sure I picked up anything new. It wasn't open, and I still had to refresh after I opened it to find today's script. So just an observation for all of our impact leaders. Every time you open the handbook, or if you leave it open, hit the little circle thing or whatever your computer has to make sure you refresh it, or you could miss something.
That's very good information there, Sherry. Thank you for that. Because I do the same thing. I open it and look at it, and then I just leave it open. So I forget to hit
Mm-hmm.
refresh in case somebody, Tammy or Jennifer came in and made some changes. So that is very good information. Thank you for that. So anybody, we have just like 5 minutes. So does anybody have a success story? Anything they'd like to report? A win? Nobody? Nobody? Okay. Y'all are doing, I can't believe we're already on week 4. This is just, it's crazy how fast this month has gone. And I'm so thankful to be part of this team, and I'm so thankful for y'all and for Paris's leadership. So I just want to say, how impactful, pun intended, that y'all have been for me. And it's been such an honor to serve y'all and to be your leader. I look forward to so much more and so many more fantastic meetings and fantastic audiences and fantastic presentations to come. So thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Gemma. We're so glad you're acting as a director here for this impact department. And before we go into this meeting, I just want to say you guys are awesome. I'm super excited. Yvonne has prepared so much, and Tammy is an amazing presenter. So, Tammy, before we head in, do you need access to anything else, or you're good to go?
I'm good to go. Thank you for asking.
Okay, awesome. All right. And then any last questions or any thoughts about impact, what you're excited for, or anything we need to think about before we head into the meeting? Okay, I just want to say, Gemma, you're
Welcome.
awesome. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
thank you. You are.
And as I just want to say, as the impact department for the community, like as a mom, I'm so happy that we have this department now, because we had everything for businesses, but guys, we are for the people, for everyone. So, and this global meeting that we're gonna go into in like 2 minutes is gonna be amazing, because yes, we have the personal meeting, yes, we have the preparedness meeting, but this meeting is where we like reach farther than we can reach by ourselves. So as we go into this meeting, just know you guys are important. You guys are amazing. And I'm super excited to lead this department with you and lead this meeting. So, Yvonne, I will turn everything over to you. Do you have access to everything and you're good to go?
Yes, I'm good. I don't need access to anything. So
And
thank
Ms.
you.
Paris, I have made you a co-host so you can
Yes.
help manage the breakout room. I mean, sorry, y'all,
The admitting into.
waiting room. So I
Yeah.
will
It
go
is hearing
ahead
us.
and admit, and then just as soon as it turns the top of the hour, you can just
Yep.
take it away. So let's go ahead and drop them in. We'll start
Tammy,
admitting. And then Miss Yvonne, you will be able to take us away.
Tammy, your audio is not ideal. It sounds like you're talking from the bottom of a well.
It's just the room, Sherry.
Is
It's
that
just
better?
okay,
I hope
good.
so.
Is that better or worse?
About the same.
Okay,
Better.
that's
It's welcome to our global meeting, everyone, to our People for People Impact Department community. I'm Yvonne Wallen, your global leader. So before we begin our meeting today, I just want to make a few announcements that we have to share. There are no meetings for the next 2 weeks as we go into our 2-week holiday break. And we will see you back in our first community meetings, week 1, for our Connections Department meetings. And our next Impact Department meeting will be week 2, which is our Personal Development meeting, which will be led by Christina. This meeting here is designed to inspire simple, meaningful actions that, when multiplied, create a powerful, positive impact. So together we'll explore ways to support causes, serve others, and demonstrate how small efforts add up to lasting change. So it's my pleasure to welcome today Tammy Castillo, our Executive Officer with People for People and owner of TRC Coaching Talk. Today, through her presentation of Everyday Extraordinary Moments, Tammy is inviting us to slow down and notice how the small acts of kindness happening all around us is making a difference and how we can be a part of it. So Tammy, thank you for joining us today. The floor is all yours.
Yvonne, thank you so much, and good afternoon, everyone. I'm so excited to be here and excited about this. Today, I want to share something simple but powerful with you. Now, I can't take credit for this. It's actually something that I got from one of our community members, and I would love to give you credit. I don't even remember who I got this from. I've been with us, with People for People for about 4.5 years. So if you are here and I got this from you, just know that you made such an impact on me with this. That it has stuck with me. I've taken it, I've added a little bit to it. And so just know what an impact you made. And I hope that today this lands with you as well. So what this person shared and what they do is they take a stack of sticky notes and they pick a day and they go to a parking lot. And maybe this is like a shopping center, somewhere where there's a lot of activity. And they have the sticky notes and a pen. And at this busy parking lot, they go and they watch. They're watching. And what they're looking for is what I like to call everyday extraordinary moments. These are those small acts of kindness that often go unnoticed. So what could that look like? Maybe that is someone that runs over and helps someone carry out their groceries. Maybe that is a parent showing an extra little bit of patience with that child who's maybe having a challenging day. Any parents here who have had that child in a part, maybe it's right at the holidays and we've had a little bit too much shopping and the child is having some challenges, and we see that parent that is showing that little bit of extra patience. Or maybe it's someone that goes and you see them run and hold the door open for a stranger. These are those everyday extraordinary moments. And so when they see that, they write a note right then on this sticky pad that they have, because they're watching. So they've seen this whole interaction take place. And they write this note, something along the lines, you may not realize how kind it was when you did XYZ, when you showed that extra patience with your little, or with the little you were with, or that extra kindness when you ran and opened the door. But someone noticed, and then they stick it on the car they saw the person get out of, and that's it. So when that person goes back to their car, they have this special note that shows and tells them that someone saw them. Oh, it's so simple. It is so unexpected, and it makes people feel seen. Now, here's the thing. One of the things that I loved so much about this, when I heard this being shared, one of the things that has stuck with me is just how easy this is, but then how easily this can apply to all of us. And it really got me thinking about how we don't have to be just in a busy parking lot to practice this. And so the part I've added, along with these, calling them these extraordinary everyday moments, is you can see it, say it, and share it anywhere. See it, say it, and share it. You can do this at home. How special would it be if we started really looking for these moments? And what if we put a little note on the pillow of someone who lives in our home? If we have other people, some of us don't have other people living in our home, and that's okay. But what if we just put a little note and we just wrote that down and they come home, or we put it in a lunchbox, or we put it in a car seat and they got to work and or went out to the car and saw it? What about at work? What about the people we work with? What about in your community, your neighborhoods? And then what about right here in People for People? How many times do we miss the opportunity? Do we see something and we think, man, that was kind. Man, that was this. Wow. And we stop there. We see it, but then we don't say it. We don't do that next step that's just so simple. And when we notice goodness, we have that opportunity right then to truly make a difference. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to do an activity. So I'm going to ask each of you, if you don't have a piece of paper, I'm going to ask you to grab one. So I'm going to give you a second to grab something, some piece of paper.
Big.
Everybody. All right. Are we all good? Anybody need another second, or we all have something? Perfect. Yay. Fantastic. So what I want you to do is I want you to think about, let's think about 3 people: family, friends, coworkers, neighbors, someone here in People for People. 3 people that we are connected with, that we know, that have done something kind recently. And I want you to write that down. I want you to write down the person, and I want you to write down what you witnessed or what you experienced. And so I'm going to give us a couple minutes to really think about this. And we may just need a minute, but are we good? So now we've seen it. Now I want us to say it. So I'm going to invite you to either text, message, email one person. Choose one person on that list. If they live in your house, you can write a note. If they are People for People, you can messenger them. If they're your best friend, if they're your sister, if they're your mom, you can text that. Like whatever that form of communication that most fits, I want you to pick at least one person on that list. And let's say it right now. When we notice goodness, we strengthen that connection. And then when we speak it, we actually get that opportunity to encourage someone. So I want to invite us all right now. So we're going to take another minute or so to choose that person. And now let's say it. And not to break it to my, but I want to real quick. These examples could be, I just want you to know I noticed and it meant a lot to me. Or I saw the way you did whatever for someone else. That was a beautiful moment of kindness. It doesn't have to be anything long and elaborate. Just let them know what you noticed and that it was special. How are we doing? And give us a couple more seconds. Anybody who need more time? Okay, so now we've seen it, we've shared, we've said it, seen it, said it. When we share it, we inspire others. And that's how we have that ripple effect. We have the opportunity not only to make a difference with one person, we have the opportunity for that to ripple. So that person that we do this with, for it to make and inspire with them, but also when we share. So if anyone is willing, I want to have a little bit of a conversation now. You don't have to say who you did. We don't have to call out names, but I would love to hear, what types of things did you see? What types of things did you witness? So when we talk about seeing, is anyone willing to share what types of things did you see that you acknowledged in others? Either that happened to you or that you saw. Paris.
Yeah, so I have an awesome neighbor and she is a mother like me, but she is much older than me. So her kids are like the age of my brothers. Um, but it was really cool just because she was dealing with a lot of stuff, but she was still just so, strong-minded. And just her strength in general to endure and love at the same time was very inspirational to me. So that's what I let her know. I was like, your strength as a mom is amazing. And just so you know, I recognize it. So even though you're struggling and it's hard right now, like I can see how strong you are. So I let her know that. So that's something that I noticed.
Wow, thank you for sharing that. And you made my heart just feel so much with that. My heart is just overflowing. Thank you. Miss Deborah.
All right, mine is kind of silly.
There, I love that. Let's hear what is silly.
I was recently at an event. It was a fundraising event, and they had, all the goodies all over the table that, were just things you could take home. And I happened to mention to the gal sitting next to me, I said, "Oh, look, there's socks. I love socks. I collect socks. Don't you know she went around to all the tables to find me another pair that weren't the same as the one on the table we were sitting at?" And I was just like, that is so sweet that you could be that thoughtful to just go find me another pair of socks because I said I like socks.
And I mean, I know you said that's silly, but honestly, isn't that so thoughtful? Like, I don't think that's silly. I think that is beyond thoughtful. And so thank you for sharing that. And I love that when we sat in this, that came to you, that you remembered just how thoughtful that was. Thank you for sharing that. That is, and it's fun. I can tell. I want you to know that you lit up when you were telling that story. You just glowed. So not only how it must have made you feel then, but resharing that. How did you feel? How do you feel right now?
It just makes me happy, and it's like, wow, somebody thought of me, and it was such a little thing, and how simple, any simple little thing, I could probably make somebody else feel that good.
Thank you, because I didn't want to put words in your mouth. I'm like, I don't know exactly what you're feeling, but you are glowing. Like you just lit up all those trees behind you. You just lit right up. I was like, that right there, whatever that is, that's what we want. I want more of that feeling right there. Thank you. That was fantastic. Y'all are amazing. Miss Gemma.
Well, Paris, I am that single mom, and I have an amazing neighbor as well. He's like the watchdog over the whole neighborhood. So I've seen him do just little things through the years. Like he's noticed a limb in my backyard was hanging down over the alley, and he was afraid it was going to fall, so he got his chainsaw out and cut it. And he's come over and he's blown leaves out of my driveway, and just, I mean, little things. And I've told him so often through the years how much I've appreciated him, and how much he comes over and he'll just knock on the door every now and again, or if he sees me outside, he'll just say, "How are you doing? Is everything going okay?" So it is, we do notice those neighbors, Paris, and thank you for being that neighbor as well. So your single mom does appreciate it, I promise you.
Oh, I love that. And it's so cool to see that perspective of, right, like from Paris's eyes and from the giver's eyes and that receiver's eyes, and you are both. And that is such a beautiful perspective. We get so busy in the just doing of life that we do see these things. And it's not that we don't appreciate them, but there's just something so special about taking this minute to just see it and then just say it. And when we have this opportunity here to share it, it's just so special. So thank you for that. Miss Sherry, I can't wait to hear what you have to say.
Well, it's funny because the things I wrote down are not just little everyday things. I wrote down 3 people who do things for this community that are absolutely extraordinary. But as I listened to the others, I remembered something that happened to me just yesterday or the day before. I live in a state where they have banned plastic grocery bags. So we all have to take our own grocery containers. And I went into the grocery store thinking I would buy 2 or 3 things. I only took one container, which was actually a box with handles, and I loaded it too heavily. So when I went to take it out of my grocery cart and load it in my car, it was really heavy. And I probably made a sound like, ugh. And the gentleman who was parked next to me stopped and looked at me and said, "Are you all right?" And I said, "Yes." He said, "Do you need any help?" And I said, "No, thank you. This was heavy, but I've got it in now, but thank you for asking." But I would so love to have been able to hand him a quick note so that he would have a memento of that thank you. So I love this idea. And I'm going to add a little bit to it. If you're going to take sticky notes, pre-write them. This is what I saw you do. And I might even put People for People is a community that appreciates this kind of community service. Something along those lines. Pre-write it all, and then all you have to do is quickly add what they did so that you don't have to lose them while you're trying to write a paragraph. I write a lot.
That is beautiful. I love that. And something you shared, Sherry, that I think, so when we share things, it doesn't only make us feel good, it doesn't only inspire us. Sometimes it prompts things, little things that we may have missed. So I love so much that you're like, hey, I thought of these things, but hearing her share prompted me, my memory to that thing. There's so much value when we share with one another. There's so much value in community, and sharing is part of community. So thank you for that. And thank you for those added tips. And I hope you don't mind if I steal some of them. I continue to add as I learn from all of you. Just like I said at the beginning, this was not originally my idea, but it just so touched my heart. So thank you for that. It's brilliant. So grateful for you. Miss Deb. Oh,
Forgive me
did
for
Elsie-
my
okay.
picture. I can't go on. But
You're
I
okay.
just wanted to share, you know, I have to brag on my husband for a minute because he is an amazing man. I go out there, my husband does the yard work and all that. He's a farmer by heart, by growing up, and so he does all that beautification out there. But he not only was doing our yard, then he went out and then he was over in the neighbor's yard. Then he went across the street to that neighbor's yard. I'm like, is he going to cut the whole neighborhood's yard? What is he doing? So, and when he came back, I'm like, are you okay? Because I'm like, you're just so amazing. You're just so freaking amazing. Where do you get the energy? And you do so much for us, and then you still find it to my husband's 10 years older than me, guys, and I'm like, where do you get the energy? I'm just like, oh gosh, I really need a workout because I can't keep up with the good that he does for everyone in our neighborhood. So I just needed to brag on him for that because he's just like psh, amazing for others,
and
not just me, just so many others, so many others.
absolutely. And that's amazing. And so what did you share with him how amazing what
Yes,
you
yes,
saw
that's what I said to him. That's
love
what I
that.
said to him. I'm just like,
I love that.
and I
Thank
was
you.
mainly concerned for his health though, because he was out there. He was like, I'm fine. And I'm just like, and then he's so humble. He was just like, I'm good. He's just so humble. And I'm just like, wow. Wow, you
All
amaze
his
me every
neighbors are
day.
grateful too. And his heart is so like, oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Deb, for sharing. And that is so
Thank
great.
you.
I love, and isn't it great when because my husband is like that. He's so generous. And I was telling someone, it's ironic just today how he, through the years, we've been married almost 40 years. He has so increased my generosity just because, like I said, the people that when we share, when we see things, who we're around, all those things, it stretches us. It helps us be more whatever. And he truly has improved my generosity because he is just so generous. And so
Yes.
I think it is so special for us to get to be around that. So
And
thank you for
because
sharing that.
when you're around people like that, even though it's our husbands, it's like it stretches you to want to be a better person and do more and
100%.
everything yourself.
100%. Thank you for that. Coach Margine. Hi,
Yeah,
ma'am.
I really love this, Tammy. The see it, say it, share it, I think is an incredible concept of kindness. And I'd like to flip it a little bit because as you're presenting the thoughts and the ideas and those that are sharing what they've experienced, I think sometimes it's important that we as well have that attitude of when we go wherever we're at, see it. What kindness can I place on somebody? For example, when I was at the grocery store and I was in my line to check out, and I'm like Sherry was talking about, we have to bring our own containers for our groceries, and we have to pay a quarter for a cart. So this man come in and he was in the end of the line and he was trying to get a quarter from the cashier so he could get a cart. I had a quarter in my pocket. So I reached down and I said, here's a quarter. And I reached over to him to give him the quarter. He wanted to give me $1. I said, no, here's a quarter. Go get your cart. Be blessed. I think those are things that we can actually maybe try to pay a little bit more attention to. In the same tone, I was in the line and somebody was in front of me checking out, and there was these two ladies behind me. Each of them had one item. And so I waved at them and I got their attention. I said, jump ahead, jump ahead. And I said, pay attention, jump ahead, because I gotta put my stuff on the treadmill, it's gonna take me time. There's no reason they can't just jump into the line and get checked out. They'd be in and out of there. And then when they got done, they came back and they said, thank you so much. That was very kind of you. So I think that sometimes we need to maybe be a little sensitive to pay attention to those things that we can actually do on the site, on scene, and help someone else be inspired with a sense of kindness, because that duplicates so that when I leave the store and I've got a cart and I've got an empty cart and somebody's going to the grocery store and they're walking by and I ask them, do you need a cart? They say yes. They take the cart. I don't care about the quarter. Otherwise I gotta take my cart all the way back up to the store to get my quarter, and so it reciprocates. And then I have people that when I get out of my car and they have a cart and they ask me if I want it, yes, that would be wonderful. So I didn't have to go all the way up there and get one. And I offer the quarter and some of them take it and some of them don't. So, I mean, it will reciprocate itself as long as we draw that attention and that energy and live in that high energy of gratitude all of our days.
I
Wonderful.
love that. Thank you. Yes, so much. So that as we wrap up, that's beautiful. Thank you. We also looking for those ways we can do those acts of kindness. So as we wrap up, I really want us to imagine the ripple effect we can have if every single one of us here notices and acknowledges and looks for those ways we too can do be kind. But just one act of kindness this week. Can you imagine if we did just one every week and one? Just think of the ripple effect and the impact, because that is who we are here at People for People. We build community through simple, meaningful moments of connection. All right, Miss Yvonne, thank you. Back over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Tammy. And Coach Margine and Tammy, the last part of your conversation goes right into my action steps for today. So before we go, let's take a moment to put some action steps on our calendar, whether it be to take your sticky notes and watch for things that you can recognize people for, or as they were just talking about, what acts of kindness can we actually give to other people? It could be as simple as paying for the person behind you in the drive-through. Putting $10 toward whatever they're buying or something, or $5, whatever you can do. And just put that on your calendar and make a commitment to actually doing this in the next day or two so you don't forget about it. And as Tammy said, the simple steps keeps the momentum going and extends the impact beyond this meeting. So we keep thinking about it and keep affecting more and more people. A reminder again, from the beginning of the meeting here, we are on break for the next 2 weeks. Join us on January 14th for our personal development meeting with Christina. And again, the last reminder, take a moment, schedule that note to someone or that act of kindness that you want to go out and find someone to have that act of kindness put upon. So remember, when we each do something small, together we create extraordinary change. See you next time.
Bye, everybody.